Long ago, on the shores where continents meet, a story was born. It was carried not on paper, but on the breath of singers and the strings of the lyre. This was the tale of Troy, a great and powerful city, fortified by immense walls and kissed by the Aegean Sea. The ancient song spoke of a decade-long war, a conflict ignited by love and honor, fought by heroes whose names would echo through eternity. They told of brave warriors, powerful kings, and gods who walked among mortals, and of a city destined for a tragic, fiery end. For centuries, Troy was a legend, a grand and beautiful myth whispered in the dark. The story was powerful. It captured the imagination. People heard of swift-footed Achilles, noble Hector, and Helen, whose beauty was said to launch 1,000 ships. They envisioned the plains outside towering walls, where chariots thundered and fates were decided by bronze. The Trojan horse, born of desperation, became a timeless symbol of cunning and deception. These were not just war stories, but explorations of pride, rage, loss, and the unyielding grip of destiny. As ages passed, a question grew: was any of it real? Could such a magnificent city have truly existed? Or was it a poet's brilliant invention? History and mythology blurred until Troy seemed to dwell only in dreams. Beautiful songs, unforgettable characters, distant as gods on Olympus. Yet the allure never faded. Woven into our culture, Troy represented a golden age of heroes and tragic consequence. The search became a quest, to connect epic poetry with a place on earth, to stand where Achilles raged and Hector fought, to touch the very walls. The song was waiting for its proof in the dirt. The voice that carried Troy across millennia is the poet we call Homer. The Iliad is not a history, but an intense portrait of a few weeks, a masterpiece of human drama and grief. Homer takes us inside minds, rage, duty, and the sorrow of families within the city. Vivid battle scenes, lineages, and landmarks gave the poem an air of authenticity. Yet gods stride its pages. Many called Troy a fiction, until a wealthy dreamer, Heinrich Schliemann, vowed to find it. Using Homer as his map, he fixed on Hizarlik in modern Turkey. Windswept plains, a great river, the poet's clues. In 1871, he dug, impatient, untrained, destructive, blasting through layers in search of the oldest city. He found not one Troy, but many. Cities stacked across ages, construction, life, and destruction, again and again. Then a spectacular hoard. Priam's treasure. Headlines claimed the jewels of Helen, riches of a Trojan king. Science refined the story. The treasure belonged 1,000 years earlier. In haste, Schliemann had missed crucial layers. Later teams identified Troy Sevena as the likeliest city of the Iliad. Evidence of fire, collapse, unburied dead, stockpiled stores, siege-readied homes. Dated to around 1200 BCE, the destruction matched tradition. The song was beginning to find its echo in the soil. The discoveries created a dialogue between myth and science. Archaeology confirmed a real, powerful, wealthy Bronze Age city where ancient sources placed Troy. It met a violent end. The legend had grown roots. Yet the record speaks of trade, climate, and economics. Perhaps a war for the straits, not a stolen queen. No giant wooden horse in the soil, likely a poetic device for cunning and siegecraft. Achilles, Hector, Agamemnon live in epic memory. Archaeology reveals their world, not their names. To stand at Troy is to feel time. Windy Ilios still breathes across the stones. You can follow massive walls and imagine watchmen scanning for sails. You can picture families who lived, worked, and finally huddled in fear during the last siege. Troy became a mirror of humanity, our struggles, ambitions, and follies, revisited by writers, artists, and thinkers. Schliemann's flawed passion met the patient science of those who followed. Together they resurrected a city. We need the song and the science. Troy is both a place of earth and a city of imagination. And in that union, it endures.